welcome back to my channel. My name is Tanya. Today's video is a collaboration video with Winnie B. LV. She calls herself the mouth of the South, but I'm more South than Winnie, so maybe I should be the mouth of the South. Winnie, what do you think? Anyway, she has no intro. She has no outro. She calls herself a hoe, but I don't like that. She's my friend. And anyway, what happened recently was I reached out to Winnie and I said, hey, what do you reckon if maybe we do just a little bit of a collab? And those of you who follow me, you know that I enjoy doing collabs because I find them challenging. I like coming up with an idea and then trying to work out how to make it work and what we can each do and add to it and bring our own flavor to that particular collab idea. And that's what we've done today. And the idea is that we share with you 5 luxury pieces that I never thought I would want. Now that's interesting because it doesn't necessarily mean we've bought them. And maybe at some stage we must have thought, yeah, no, I'm not going to do that. But then over time, you know how it is, the more you see something in our community or online or in pictures or whatever, you start to sort of like it. It grows on you. So we thought, let's share 5 pieces that we never thought we would like, but now do. And we may or may not have bought them, and add 1 honorable mention. So let's get started. A while ago, I never thought that I would actually spend the money that was required to purchase an agenda cover or, you know, a notebook cover. But a little while ago, and I think this was sometime last year, I purchased for myself this beautiful agenda cover, notebook cover, and it came with the actual notebook. And I love this notebook because it's a type that, it's a soft enough cover that can open flat. So if I wanted to, I could leave this pretty much flat on my desk. So that's the first thing I never thought that I would want, let alone buy, but I did end up buying that. Now, the second related idea to that one is luxury notebooks. Now, I don't have any, but I do want one, and I do want the Louis Vuitton one. Why? I don't know. I just want it. I like it. I think it's pretty. At the end of last year, people were buying the Dior ones, or was it the end of the previous year, with the beautiful Joie de Tuy print on it. The closest I have to that is this one here, and this is just an ordinary one which came with the Vogue magazine one year when we had that Dior exhibition at our National Gallery of Victoria. It's just an ordinary notebook with no lines, just sort of plain paper. So that's the closest I have to a bougie notebook. Recently, I was at the store and I actually picked these up and I bought 2. One is a standard lined notebook like this. It's beautiful, actually. The brand on this is Little Finch. And the other one that I purchased is the actual diary for next year because I intend to insert this diary into this particular agenda cover. And does it fit? Oh yeah, it fits. I didn't even check. So that's the first thing I never thought that I would want to buy or that I would want, and yet here we are. Item 2 that I never thought I would buy, that I thought I would not get into the hype about it. And now it's no longer a hype. Now it's pretty much a regular fixture to most design houses' collections, and that is the bum bag. Now, I thought to myself, no way am I going to get caught up in that. Well, long story short, here we are. But the one that I really would like is the Louis Vuitton bum bag. That one has grown on me. Now, initially I wanted the monogram one, but then I thought, nah, it's actually a bit too big. And even though I probably could carry it because my stature is not very petite, at the same time, I don't want one that's so glaringly in your face Louis Vuitton. I have enough pieces that do that. I would like the Louis Vuitton bum bag in the Empreinte. Probably black, because it looks a little bit more subtle, but then yeah, I'd go for red too. I can't lie. So that's definitely another one on the list that I never thought I would want. Third item, I didn't see this coming, not at all. In fact, I used to, in a way, criticize, or no, not criticize. I used to almost make fun of this particular piece. And this is those little vertical pouches, the ones that you use to just slip your phone in so that your phone is vertical, and maybe throw in a slim card holder or use the card slots that are in that actual little pouch, which you can sling crossbody or have it on the shoulder depending on how you want to wear it, but predominantly crossbody. I never thought I'd go for that. Yet, in recent times, we've been here in lockdown for quite some time in Melbourne. Whenever I've needed to run out to the shop to do some grocery shopping or just pick up something quickly or the post office or whatever the case is, I have thought to myself, oh, I can't be bothered bringing a bag with me because then I've got to carry it, deal with it, make sure it doesn't get damaged, make sure it doesn't touch anything, knock anything, etc. Right? So I thought to myself, I'm just going to bring my key holder with me and I'm just going to slip my credit card in the back, maybe a tenner, just in case I need some cash, and bring my phone, which I'm using at the moment, and I just carry those two things. And that started to make me think, well, maybe those vertical pouches are not so useless after all, because I used to think that they were like almost useless. I thought maybe they actually would serve me well, and maybe I could get myself one that I could just leave sitting somewhere near the front door on my coat stand or something. So yes, now I want one of those, and as I speak, I have purchased one. Hopefully we'll reveal it soon. Hopefully if Australia Post comes to the party. But anyway, that's that. So that one's new. That is new to my interest in luxury pieces, and certainly one that I actually thought I would not want and buy. Fourth item that took me by surprise. Really did. And I don't have them. I haven't purchased these particular items. I don't know if I will, but maybe not this brand. But I'm talking about beanies and gloves. So I live in Melbourne, in Australia. Our winters get cold. So I thought to myself, oh gosh, the current Chanel beanie is looking pretty good. Do I want to buy the Chanel one? I don't. And I just don't, and I won't. But I would like a fancy beanie. I would like a bougie-ass pair of gloves and a beanie. Do I need them? Absolutely not. I'm actually surprised at myself for liking them and for sort of wanting them, to be honest. I don't wear gloves often, but there are times when through work I need to go to training, sports training, or a match on a Saturday morning, and because I do winter sport, it's quite cold, so maybe it might come in handy then. But do I necessarily want to be flexing Chanel gloves at a rugby match on a Saturday morning in the cold? Probably not. But do I also? Probably yes. So anyway, that's another one I never thought that I would want. Okay, now this next one is a piece I have, and this is one that I, in a very, very, very previous video, probably my previous channel, talked about, and I said that I would never buy. Well, one thing I've come to learn here in the luxury community is to never ever say that you would never buy something, because what tends to happen is subliminally, the more videos you watch, the more people you watch, the more they branch out and buy something different, or the more you see an item being shown, the more it tends to grow on you. Mini backpacks. Now, this is not as mini as some others, and I think that's why it appealed to me, because, well, it was a well-known brand, it's Coach, it wasn't too small, and great price and all that sort of thing. So I liked it. I'm still happy with it. I still like it. But in the last couple of years, I've really started paying closer attention to the Louis Vuitton Palm Springs mini backpack. Now, I like the World Tour one because it's got, you know, the little patches that you can put on it. And I like that idea because it gives it a fun factor. Sometimes I think to myself, these little itty bitty mini bags, they sort of, not that this one is that, because now this in comparison to those little itty bitty mini bags is giant, but these smaller versions of those practical type bags tend to have a little fun feel to them. So I quite like the idea of the Palm Springs Mini with the patches on it. The standard monogram with the patches would be very nice. I'm not gonna lie. And even though it would be quite small on my frame because it's a tad smaller than this, although it might look small, it's okay because you can get away with that little piece being small. So that's another one that I honestly thought I would not like, but blame it on YouTube because YouTube will make me do it. And my honorable mention luxury piece. This probably is not luxury, but depends on which brands you go for. And this is going to most likely come as a surprise to you. But the next category is one that I've sort of kept relatively quiet. And that is, can you hear it? Crystalware. I think some crystal and glassware is exquisite, truly exquisite. And I'm particularly interested in vintage crystalware. So this one here is a gorgeous little, I suppose you could, it's just a bowl. It's a crystal bowl. It has this beautiful scalloped design to it. And this is a vintage piece. This is a Waterford crystal piece. So I'm very careful with this one. But when I say vintage, this was gifted to me about 25 years ago. So it's vintage in that respect, but not vintage as in 50 or so years old or more. But it's such a beautiful, exquisite design. The next one that I'll share with you is vintage, and that is this beautiful piece of Murano glass. Now, this was my grandmother's, and she just gave this to me one day, and she said, Tanya, da, which is Tanya, here you go. And she let me keep it, and it is beautiful. Now, this is vintage because clearly my grandmother bought it a long time ago. It's just the coloring on that is exquisite. That glass blowing that they do there at Murano is truly out of this world. Well, what do you think of these categories that I have shared with you? These are categories that I did not think I would actually like or buy or want. Here we are. So let me know what you think. I do look forward to reading your comments. And if you have not already subscribed, I hope you'll consider doing so. That would mean a lot to me. And if you've come over from Winnie's channel, welcome. I hope you find my content interesting. Any of you who are not familiar with Winnie, I will have her video linked below. She is a hoot. Let me tell you, she's a hoot. You just got to go watch her videos, because if you want a mixture of humor, sometimes cheeky, and luxury, and unboxings, and hauls, and all those wonderful things that we all do here in the Lux community, well then Winnie's your girl, because she is fabulous. So take care, everybody. God bless, and I'll see you next time. Ciao. Oh, and don't forget, if y'all see my husband, don't tell him nothing. Bye. I think I messed that up. Bye. I have to double glaze these windows. To the Louis Vuitton. And if you've come over from Winnie's channel, welcome. I hope you find my content interesting. Ewans, welcome back to my channel. I can't believe I did that. That was bad. That was bad, Winnie. Anyway, okay. Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name's Tanya. And welcome back, my Ewans. Ah! Shit. Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name's Tanya. If you're stopping by for the first time, thank you for your support. Shit.